Hey friends, welcome back to the Diamond Riley podcast. And if you are new here, this is a place for women who want to build income without sacrificing their lives. No hustle culture over here, no constant posting, and no pressure to choose business over family, because family is always going to come first for me. Today's episode is especially important if you've ever thought, am I running ads, but nothing is happening? I definitely get it. If you've ever felt like people are clicking but not buying, or if you feel like I'm spending money just to experiment, here's what I want you to know up front. Most people don't have an ad problem. They have a structure problem. So today, we are going to dive into my buyer-aligned conversion system, and we're going to learn about pairing ads to a no-brainer entry point and choosing the right funnel based on actual spend, not vibes. This episode alone will save you hundreds, maybe even thousands in wasted ad spend simply by putting the right structure in place. So let's dive into it. Here's something most people don't realize. Ads, they don't close sales. They advance decisions. But what I see all the time is women running ads with no clear next step. They're boosting posts. They're running traffic campaigns. They're paying for the attention and then wondering why nothing turns into revenue. And if that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not bad at ads and you're not behind. I've been there. You're just missing a bridge. When there's no logical next step after the click, money is leaking quietly, not dramatically and not obviously. It just disappears. And I know you know the feeling when you just watch that money drip away from your bank account. But that's what we're going to fix today. So let's start with section 3 of the buyer-aligned conversion system. Like I said, the link is in the bio and you can check it out. But the goal is very simple here. We're going to define the one logical next step your ad should send people to. Not 5, not let's see what happens, just one next step. Because ads are not designed to convince. They are designed to move the right buyer one step closer. So step 1 is to define your primary ad objective. Ask yourself, what is this ad actually meant to do? Not what you hope it does, but what is it actually designed to do? Your options are usually one of 3. Build your email list, start high-intent conversations, or book a sales call. And here's the key. Your ad should do one of these things, not all 3. Trying to do everything at once is how ads get expensive and exhausting. Step 2 is going to be to define the entry point. Now ask, where does this ad send someone? This could be a free resource, a low-cost product, a DM conversation, a call booking page. But here's the rule. Your entry point should feel obvious to the buyer. Not impressive, not complicated, just obvious. If someone clicks your ad and thinks, why am I here? That's a leak. So step 3 is connecting the entry point to the paid offer. This is where most people lose money. Ask yourself honestly, does this entry point naturally lead to what I sell? If the connection is unclear, money's leaking. If you have to explain the bridge, money leaks. If the buyer has to figure out, money leaks. Your entry point should be warm, filter, and prepare, not entertain. Step 4. What is this ad designed to do? Check all that apply. Filter out misaligned buyers. Move the right buyer one step closer. Create structure, not profit. And I want to pause here. Ads don't always need to be profitable immediately. Sometimes their job is clarity. Sometimes their job is filtering. And sometimes their job is momentum. When you understand that, ads stop feeling stressful and they start feeling strategic. All right, like always, grab your notebook or open a Google Doc and answer this. What is my primary ad objective right now? Where does my ad send people? How does that setup naturally lead to my paid offer? Would the wrong buyer self-select out? If any of these questions feel fuzzy, it's not a failure. It's just information. And that's exactly what the system is designed to give you. Now, let's talk about funnels. And I need you to hear this clearly too. Funnels are chosen by math, not preference, not personality, not what someone else is doing online. Step one, you're going to define your actual daily ad budget. Not your someday budget, not if this works budget, a real number. Under $30 a day, between $30 and $100 or $100 plus per day. This number matters more than your strategy, and you have to choose one that you are comfortable spending for at least 30 days, okay? So you're going to, step two is match the funnel to the spend. Here's how alignment actually works. So if you're going to do under $30 a day, Instagram followers or content warming funnel, that's going to build trust and authority and familiarity. So you're going to choose people to go to your Instagram page, right? You're going to choose people to follow you or engage with your content if you're doing under $30 a day. Let's say you want to do between $30 and $100 a day. I would advise to do a messaging ad funnel because they have a higher intent purpose and you'll have higher intent conversations. If you would like to spend $100 plus every day, we're going to do a sales funnel where you'll have people go directly to your sales page. And that is going to be a predictable level of acquisition. These are the highest intent of buyers. Facebook and Instagram are designed to find the cheapest buyer. We don't always want that, which is why we have to filter out by our intent. Trying to run a sales funnel on a $20 a day budget, it's not going to work always. Now, I say that with hesitation because there are a lot of coaches and other gurus out there who say, oh, you can spend $5 a day. And you definitely can spend $5 a day. It will just take time because the system compounds. So if you spend $5 a day, just don't expect any results for like 15 to 20, maybe even a month. You will get a result, but it will take time. So you have to set that expectation in your mind. And once you have that mindset, that shift and that expectation set, then you won't stop the ad. Because if you think you're going to spend $5 and then the next day you're going to make a sale, 9 times out of 10, it's just not going to happen that way. So you have to make sure everything's in alignment. And that includes your mindset. If not, you're just going to create disappointment and not data. And that is what the system needs. It needs data. The people who are the most successful with the ads are the people who are the most consistent, not necessarily the ones that are spending the most per day. So if you decide, okay, I'm going to spend $100 a day on day 1 and nothing happens, and then day 2 and nothing happens, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. But there's a person who spent $5 every day, right, for 30 days. They're going to see success. They didn't spend as much per day as you, but over time, they spent more than you. And over time, the system was able to generate data, and it was able to learn who was interested and who wasn't interested. That is how you're going to win with ads. So step 3 is you're going to define the funnel's purpose. And ask yourself, what does this funnel mean? And what is it meant to do right now? Authority and warming, which is going to be for the under $30, right? That's going to be to get people to your Instagram page and create brand awareness. Is it going to be for higher intent conversations? This is going to be for the $30 to $100 a day, right? Where you have direct messaging people coming to your inbox. Or is it going to be the $100 plus a day? Where you're going to have predictable acquisition, where you run an ad directly to your sales page. When your purpose is clear, expectations relax. And when expectations relax, consistency becomes possible. So I want you to write it down and say, my current daily ad budget is blank. The funnel that matches this spend is blank. And the purpose of this funnel is. And that's it. No overthinking and no comparing. This clarity alone is going to change how you feel about ads. Now, I want to say this very gently. If ads have felt overwhelming or discouraging, it's not because you're failing. It's because no one taught you how to structure your decision. Structure creates calm. Structure creates momentum. Structure protects your energy. And as a woman building income alongside real life, family, kids, and responsibility, that matters. You don't need louder ads. You need ones that are clear. If you want help walking through the step-by-step, I created the Buyer Aligned Conversion System just for you. This worksheet is not about ideas or inspiration. It is designed to break down and diagnose, install a structure, and align ads, offers, and funnels so money stops leaking. Work through each section in order and don't skip. That's where the magic really happens. The link is in the show notes, and thank you for being here, and thank you for choosing alignment over pressure. I'll see you in the next episode. That was from